For today's routines, I want you to think of being proficient, efficient, centered, and strong. So we'll start facing side, taking a quick scan of your spine, quick scan of neutral alignment throughout the body. Your hands can hold tight underneath your knees and give the weight of your legs to your hands and arm strength. Give the weight of the hip flexors away and just let that be free. Pause in the middle so the knees face the ceiling and just a little check-in. Let your head be free on your spine. And the forehead will line up with your sternum, so perhaps it needs to guide back in space a little bit. The sternum can be calm and not projecting forward like that. Let it be calmly balanced vertically on top of the pubic bone, which is balancing horizontally with your hip bones. And what that means is that you aren't slouching the pelvis and the lower back, nor are you overextending, right? It's just horizontal here and then vertical here and here. That is home base. From there, we exhale, and just 4 times we'll roll the spine back towards the mat. The abdominals are the initiator of this movement. You round over and lengthen back up to a vertical. Exhaling, using the abdominals to roll the spine into flexion, and just lower back finds the mat, rounding over. More challenge can be with the arms straight ahead. Shoulders are neither forward or back. They're right in the middle. You exhale, the abdominals lead the way. Then over and vertical. Last time, roll. And stay. From here, you can move the feet closer to your hands, and you're gonna lay flat. I'm just gonna inch in a little bit. To set up for pelvic curls, you wanna have your feet completely together, and then do a tiny step open with the toes, tiny step open with your heels, so that the feet are in a perfect parallel position, just in line with the sits bones. Take a breath in here. Collarbone is wide. Press the arms down. Feel your triceps. Rolling the lower back into the mat and peeling up 1 vertebrae at a time. Pause at the top. We'll do this very first one very slow. You want to line up your knees, your hips, ribs, and shoulders in one diagonal line, right? So be careful not to splay the knees. So if you open the knees, you're going to disengage all those deep core muscles in the hip extensors, which we'll be working a lot on in these routines. Pause here, checking again that you're not bowing up from the lower back. You're right under here. Feel the feet moving a tiny bit towards your seat. And then exhale, roll down, soften the sternum and rib cage. 1 vertebrae, 1 joint at a time into the mat, back out to that neutral place where the pubic bone and hip bones line up. Exhaling again, scoop and roll the spine up. Inhale. Exhale, melting the sternum bone back first, 1 vertebrae at a time, and out. Keeping those bottom back ribs down, even when you're in neutral, rolling up, especially when you're in neutral, rolling to the top, breath in. Exhaling to roll down. Don't be afraid to use your arms. Press down into the hands. Exhale, rolling back up. We'll add on a little bit from here at the top, feeling your feet moving towards your seat. Extend the arms all the way back overhead, breathing in. Exhale, rolling down away from those fingertips. Arms down. Again, exhale, rolling up. Arms back. Exhale down. And down. 2 more. Exhaling to crawl up. Inhale to reach the arms back. Exhale, rolling down, stretching the arms long. Last time. Exhaling to roll up. Super strong in these muscles here. Arms back, breath in. Exhale to melt the spine down one vertebrae at a time, and the arms come back down. Now we're gonna do single leg. So same setup, we roll to the top. Collarbone stays wide. Super strong stance down into that right foot and right glute. Peel the left heel and then the toes and then the whole leg into a 90-degree tabletop position. Think about slightly tail wagging to your right because this leg that's up is gonna wanna hike. So keep it all level. The pelvis goes down and up 8 times. 1, in neutral. 2, 3, 5, 6, 2 more. Last time, you hold it at the top, replacing the left toes, ball, heel. Other side, right leg lifts, strong stance into the back of this left leg, and you lower for 8, lifting 1. And they never get easier. Your butt always needs a tune-up. And up, 3 more. And 2, last time up all the way to the top. Lowering the right leg down. And then another reach of the arms overhead. Exhale, roll down the spine. And bring the arms all the way out to a T. So wide across your chest. Pressing those elbows down, reaching all the way through the very tips of your fingers. Bring the right leg to table, left leg to tabletop. So you're 90 degrees at your hips and knees. And you rotate the lower spine. The legs reach to your left. That top thigh stays matched up with the bottom thigh. And big stretch across your right arm. Exhale back to center. Legs go to your right, spiraling open the chest on the left. Eyes stay directly at the ceiling. Center. And rotate. Exhale, center. So lots of abdominals working. Inner thighs are working. Exhale. And up. And one more set. And center. Big stretch across your shoulders, across your chest. And last time to the right. And into the center. Pause here. Let's interlace the hands like this behind your head, elbows wide. Nod your chin down a little bit towards your throat to position your head. Exhale to lift up into chest lift position. Keep the elbows wide. Think bottom, back ribs are heavy to the mat. As your feet lower towards the ground, you don't change the back alignment, meaning don't let it fall into a deep arch. And up. Try to keep the bottom back ribs down as your legs lower and lift. And head is resting in your hands. And exhale to lower. 4 more. 1. And 2. And up 1 more. 4. And hold it here. You're going to rotate to your right. So rotating your bottom left rib to your right hip. Extend the left leg long and rotate the other way too. And rotate 3. So it's on an X. 4 more. 1, 2, 3. Last time. Good into the center. Taking the hands around your knees and just pull them into your chest. Stretching your arms and your legs into one long line. Let's take a roll up. So you inhale, exhale, deepen the abdominals back, round yourself all the way over, and let's flip onto your belly. So here you're going to take back extension. So collarbone is wide, head is down. Or actually, you can let everything flop first. And then draw the abdominals up in to support the spine. Then roll the shoulders open. Now your collarbone is wide. And then reaching the arms long down the sides of your body. Don't grab on with the fingers. Keep the fingers and wrists long, elbows long. Hold. Exhale down. Lifting up 8 more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Feel the back of your legs. having a light support, but all the work is in that upper back and triceps. And down. The back of the neck is long, no bending. No bending in the back of your neck. Inhale up, exhale. 2 more. Last time, you'll stay up at the top, open the collarbone even wider, and just press the hands in 8 times. 1, 2, 3. Really important postural muscles. 5, 6, 7. 1 more, 8. Hold it here. Reach the arms, palms facing down, wide to the sides. Hold it here. Lift the arms for 8. Widening your scapula. 2, 3, 4. Try to lift the elbows to the ceiling. 5, 6, 7. Last one, hold. Lower down and lift back up again. Now reach your arms all the way overhead like Superman and hover the legs and thighs off the ground and just hold it there. Lower down and lift up for 8. Reaching out through your fingers, out through your toes. 1. Knees and chest lift. 2. Inhale up, exhale down. One of the hardest movements you can do. Up. Last 2, and we're going to change it for the last set of 4. I can't count. It doesn't matter. We'll just follow what I'm doing all the way down. Your left hand's going to press down. Your right arm's going to lift up. And you slide the left hand towards you and lower down. Right hand down and reaching up the left and down. Pressing down into your left hand and lifting up the right arm. Last time. Pressing down into your right and lift the left and lower down. From here, take your hands underneath your forehead into basic hip extension. So you lift the right leg straight. Make sure the knee is totally straight. Bend the knee. And then lift the thigh bone up for 8, 7, keeping your knee brushing against the other knee. So just isolating these muscles further. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it. Now keep lifting the thigh. Rotate that thigh bone out and reach that foot to the floor behind you. Bring it back to a bent position. Straighten the leg and lower it down. We'll go back to that in just a second. Let's take the other side. So you lift the left leg, long, straight knee, then bend the knee, flopping your heel towards your butt. So you're almost turning off the belly of your hamstring. You want to really isolate under the sit bone. Knees close together. 8, 7, 6. Your foot can actually be relaxed here. 5, 4. Relax the shoulders. 3, 2. Hold it there. Now let the leg turn out a little bit. Open the hip. Keep your chest square to the floor and just tap the floor. Reach towards the floor with those toes. Center. Extend the leg long and lower it down. So now, without the pulses, you're just going to lift the right leg straight, bend the knee, turn it out, and then let the pelvis open, tapping your toe behind you. Back to center, lengthen it out, and lower down. Lifting the left, bend the knee, rotating it out, reaching so the pelvis is opening, the chest is staying square. You'll actually get a stretch in the pecs as well. Lay it out, lower down. Again, lifting, bend the knee, rotate it out, let that leg turn out. Center, long leg and down. Lift the left, bend it, rotate it out, reaching the toes to the opposite side. Center. Lay it out. Lower it down. Hands underneath you. Go ahead and just take a little stretch or a big stretch here for your upper back. And then rounding your back into a child's pose or rest position. And then we come onto your hands and knees. Curl your toes underneath you. Press into a downward dog. Heels pressing down. Collarbone is wide. Rotate your biceps forward and slide the shoulders widen down your back. From here, you're going to go 8 times into plank. So pelvis lowers first, head lengthens out last. Abdominals up and piking back to down dog. Heels go down, heels go up, pelvis goes forward, lengthening out, up and down, up and out, up and heels down, heels up and out. Let's take 2 more. Heels go up, pelvis lowers first, head lengthens out last. Abdominals up, heels are up, and then the heels go down. Let's take 1 more up. Lengthen out into plank and stay. Bending your knees, keep your eyes up, knees hovering off the ground, and shoot straight out. 1. So working on having strong leg line here. Feel your quads active, feel the back of your legs active. 3, 4 more. 5, 2 more. Last one, 8. Stay, pressing back up to down dog. Elbows go, bend wide to the sides, forehead towards your thumbs. 1, 2, 4 times. 3, 4, and elbows face the knees. Parallel, so tricep presses here for 4. 1, 2, and 1 more. 4, and do that 1 more time. Elbows wide. 1, and 2, 3, and rotate and parallel. 1, 2, and 2 more. 3, and 1 more. 4. I'm working really hard. I just learned how to laugh and smile while I do it. And then from here, you bend your knees and take a little rest again. So now we're going to go into all of the side leg stuff that we were working on. So you can put leg weights on for this if you wish. You're going to start on your side with the legs at 90 degrees. Take the top leg and lift it up hip height all the way out to your side, flat through the front. So remember to bring your hand behind your back and just remember the pelvis position. So I know sometimes your pelvis would want to go back like this into like kind of sticking your butt out. I want you to think of keeping the pubic bone and hip bones in that same flat plane again, like we were talking about in the beginning. The leg just goes down and up. And 2, always keeping the bottom waist lifting off the mat. 4, and we'll take 4 more. 5, 6. Last time. Up. From here, we reach forward, and now you do think of sticking your butt out, right? Because the pelvis is going to want to curl with you. So keep your sit bone back. Almost think of your leg like a slingshot, pulling your sit bone back and reaching your toes forward. Hold it there. You go up, down, and straight to your side. You go forward, maybe not so far. So I'll do it more in the range I think you were in when I last saw you, which was probably about here. So 90 degrees is a lot of stretch for that hamstring. So perhaps bring it to like 45. And back. Forward. So this is getting into your glute med. These muscles are so important for balance and so important for hip health. And up and out and forward, up. And then last time we'll go forward, stay there, sit bone back, retract that muscle back into neutral and pulse the leg down 10 times. 2, 3, keeping the waist up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and reach it all the way out to the side and reach it even longer. Lower it down, take this hand down, lift yourself up, and go into a side stretch. So just open up this side of the body. And good. From here, let's go on to the other side, and then we'll do the rest of the series on the hands and knees. So your legs again at 90 degrees, bottom palm is up, waist is lifted, leg goes straight out to the side, opening up the hip. Feel the back of your leg working as you lower and lift. 2, 3, 5, 6. Last time. And then it goes forward like a slingshot. Pull the sit bone back. If it helps to hold on there, then do so. Up, level, and back. You go forward. The leg goes above hip height, back to hip height, and then straight to your side. Up and out. Up and out. Nice. And out. Last time. Up and out. Reach forward. Last time. Stay. Pulsing down. 10, 9. All the work in here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and all the way out. Nice and long. Yes, lower it down. Hand down. Pull yourself up and take another side stretch here to open up the other side. And then we go onto your hands and knees to finish off the rest of the circumference of your hips. So you take, let's see, if you started with your left side, let's do that. So long leg, point the foot so that the top of the leg is long, and then relax the top of your standing foot as well, right? So not this, but this. Straight leg lifts up and down. It's pretty low. 2. So it's helpful for a second to take your head and look down at the 2 hip points and make sure that they're not hiking up and that they're that you're not lifting from the lower back, right? So you want to keep the lower back flat and only lift the leg as high as you can using the backs of your legs. And it is helpful to push slightly down into the top of this foot and into the shin bone of your standing leg. And up. It's always slightly disappointing how low this is. It always feels like you want to kick it up. So just be patient with it. And up, lower it down. Next one is with a bent knee. So 90 degrees, and you lift, same thing, only as high as those hip extensor muscles can lift, right? Not dipping into the lower back. And in, and lift 2. And eyes on your hips, 3. And if you do that, make sure you bring your head back in line. And up. 2 more. Last time up. Now the leg goes to the side. I'm going to turn to face you so that you can see what I'm doing. But you want to have that left leg is going to reach to the side, but you don't shift to the right. You want to stay pulling up vertically. So 1 and in, and 2, in. And now you can lift the opposite arm. So I have my left leg up, my right arm out. 1 and 2. And lots of abdominal, lots of hip. Last one up. Lower it down and hand down. Shake out your shoulders for a second. Let's take the other side. So the right leg long, 8 straight lifts, 8 bent lifts, and then 8 side lifts. Pulling up in those abdominals, lifting 1, only as high, as those muscles will take you, not your lower back. 4, straight knee. That's one of the hardest things, is keeping the co-contraction of your quad and your hamstrings at the same time. So be really conscious of that. And last time with a bent knee. Lifting right under the sit bone. 1. Lift. 2. 3. Keeping it parallel, don't let it turn out. 5 and 6. Last one, up 8. In, and then it goes to the side. 1. And it lifts. 2. 3. Use your breath. 4. Lifting the left arm. 1. And up 2. It means the leg might not be going as high. Last time, and down all the way. Hand down. Next time I'll get an assistant to tell me that I'm counting right. For now, you may get to do some extra. A healthy training position in turnout. So not too much turnout happening from your feet and your knees. You want to make sure it's happening from a neutral pelvis and from the top of your thigh bone in the socket. And to find that, we're in parallel. Just reach your right leg forward. Lift it just an inch or 2 off the ground and just turn it in and out and actually feel the thigh bone moving in the socket, right? Find the turnout, be satisfied with that, and draw it back in. And that's what you stand on. And that's what we'll move from. Take that on the other side, reaching in parallel, the left leg forward, finding your thigh bone moving in the socket in and out. And then keeping it turned out, drag it back in. And that V, that is a healthy turned out training position, right? When you're in a game, you can crank it, go a little further, but for training purposes, really train the muscles to hold from that placement. So the pattern we'll follow will go front, side, and back. These 2 headlights, these 2 hip bones always stay square. You're square. So the pattern we'll follow will go front, you'll turn in and turn it out. Then you flex the ankle, the knee, and the hip, and you lift the leg up to this position. Then you turn it in and back out. You extend with a flexed foot, kick that heel straight ahead, and then point and lower back in. Other side, you go forward, pointed foot, turn it in, turn it out, flex and bend. Turn it in, turn it out, flex, extend, point, and lower down. So that's the pattern we'll follow, front, side, back, arms out to the side, holding the arms from your back. Feel the muscles running up the backs of the legs. Feel length in the front of the hips, and then you reach right leg forward. Turn it in, turn it out, flex and bend. Turn it in, turn it out, flex, extend, point, hold it, find that deep hip flexor, lower down. Other side, reach. Turn it in, turn it out, flex and bend. Keep it only as high as you can keep a neutral pelvis. So don't lift the legs so high that you crunch the hip flexor. You want healthy muscles pointing and lower back in. Reaching side. Turn it in, turn it out, flex and bend. Turn it in, turn it out, flex, extend, point and lower in. To the side, turn it in, turn it out, flex and bend. Turn it in, out, flex, extend on this like diagonal line, point and lower down. Reach the right leg back. Turn it in, turn it out, flex and bend. Turn it in, turn it out, flex, extend. Keep your chest open, point and lower in. Other leg. Turn it in, turn it out, flex and bend. Turn it in, turn it out, and extend. Point, lowering down. And again, go forward, in and out, flex and bend. Turn it in, turn it out, flex, extend. Point and in. Turn it in, turn it out, flex and bend, and extend. Point and in. To the side, out. Turn it in, turn it out, flex and bend. Turn it in, turn it out, flex, extend. Point and in. Again, side, out, in, out, bend, lift. Turn in, turn out, extend. Strong standing leg. Point and to the back. Turn it in, turn it out, flex and bend. In, out and extend, point, and back in. To the back. Turn it in, turn it out, straight knee. Now bent knee. Turn it in, turn it out. Straight knee, flexed foot. Point the foot, lower in, and bend your knees. Take a break, stretch your Achilles. And then let's take the yoga block. So you'll take your yoga block into a parallel position. Again, I'll face a slight diagonal. And let's stand on it with your left foot. Have your toes and ball of your foot on the block. Allow the heel to hang off a little bit. And just standing, finding a level position for these two hip bones. And then put some energy in the foot and shin and calves and quad and hamstring. And let the leg just float forward. And then let the leg float back. Leg goes forward. You can lightly flex the foot as you pass through center if you need, and then stretch it again as you go behind you. Forward and back. And again, 2 more. And good. So now you're going to take the leg to the side, parallel and in. Lifting side without hiking the hip, and in. And the arms can reach to the side. 3 and out. 4, hold, sustain it out there. And we'll hold the 8th one. 5, keep both hips straight ahead. 6, 7, this is your glute med. It's a tough one. Out to the side, hold it there. Hips level, long through the front and backs of the legs. Hold it there. Rotate the thigh bone out without changing your hips. Back to parallel. We did this on your side when I was working with you in person, back in the center. So as you rotate the thigh bone, I'm dying inside. Don't let the hip go with you. 1 more, out, in, and now I lied. You're gonna do 1 more. So turn it out, keep it turned out, reach it to the front, inside of the heel is lifted to the ceiling, and just hold it there. And then bend the knee again back to this turned out flexed position and reach forward 1. The bottom foot should be really active and almost burning because it's working so hard, all those intrinsic muscles of the feet. 4, 5, straight standing leg. 6, 2 more, and 1 more. Good, lower it down, bring it back to parallel, and go ahead and place the foot down and let this leg stretch. So press the heel down, almost like a calf stretch now, or just like a calf stretch on a step. So just push the heel down. It's okay if the block pops up, but just let the calf and the Achilles of that standing leg get a break. And then you can soften the knee. And I have my sneakers on, but barefoot is actually better. And stretch and bend to get the calf and stretch long. Good. So other side. Standing, again, toes, ball of your foot on the block, the heel can pop off. Pull up that leg, feel the back of the leg, feel the front of the leg. All those muscles are coupling together to create a strong, stable base. And we just go forward and back 8 times. Straight leg. 2, 3, 4, and think of up and out through the crown of your head. Strong arms from your back. And last one. We then go side. The leg lifts out to the side. Hold it there and bringing it back in 8 times. 2, and lift 3, and in, and 4, 5, 6, sustain 7, 1 more, lift and hold it there, pulling up on your standing leg. Rotate the thigh bone out without changing the socket, without changing the pelvis. 1, rotate 2, keep energy pulling up. 3, and rotate 4, both legs are straight. 5, Try not to lean into the standing leg too much. Last, hold it turned out, bringing it forward, bending your knee, flexing the foot back to that position, and reaching it back out, and lower the leg back down, bending your knees. Take a little calf stretch, calf and Achilles stretch. Let the heel hang down, and then stretch up in that leg. Let the heel drop. To get into the Achilles, just soften the stretching leg, but keep pushing the heel down. And standing tall, and in. Guiding the knee in the direction of the first and second toe. Try not to let it roll in. And last time. Good. And you can also repeat all of the standing stuff that we did without the block. You can repeat all of that on the block. And another thing you can do is training your knee and hip alignment in parallel, holding the block and just bending and stretching. Bending 2 and up. And 3, steering the knees in the direction of your toes. 5 and 6. Take 8 of these, and then we're going to do 8 squats to end. Last time. From here, take your arms up and behind your head. This time, head goes back, chest goes back. You bend your knees, trying to get the knees to line up with the heels of your feet instead. Good. And stand tall. And again, down and up. And from this side, it would be you're kind of pitching back a little bit as you go and trying to sit almost in a chair. And up. And up. 4 more. You can add in a heel lift at the top and down, up, and 3, and up, and 4, and heels up, arms up, and lowering all the way down. Thank you so much. I hope this helps.